I always begin this morning meditation set with some simple exercises. The idea behind that is that I think that getting the chi flowing is a really important thing to do, an important part of the healing process. And so I always start with about 15 minutes of gentle warm-up exercises and then go on to the meditation afterwards. So if there's only meditation you're after, skip forward. But I tend to feel that getting the chi moving is one of the really important parts of healing. And so this is why my warm-up set is kind of designed to make that happen. Standard standing posture in Jneng Qigong is just to let your knees relax a little bit and let your tailbone sit down. We try and keep the body nice and straight. So just be aware that, you know, sometimes your hips pop forward and you lean backwards, or sometimes your bum pops backward and you lean forwards. What we're looking for is that nice straight body with the tailbone just kind of sinking gently down towards the floor, knees a little bit bent. And that's the sort of standard posture. Also, shoulder width. So often when I say to people shoulder width, they end up in hip width. You can see that my hips and my feet are the same width. Shoulders obviously is going to be a bit wider. You open out to shoulder width. Now the outside of my shoulder correlates with the outside of my foot. So make sure you stand in a nice generous posture, knees gently bent, back nice and straight, your vision just heading towards the horizon. I say that because also I have a tendency just to allow my vision to sort of stare downwards a bit, but try to keep your vision directly towards the horizon. So we make all of our moves from the very core of the body, behind the belly button, deep inside. So this is called lower dantian, the lower energy field. And this is where we try to move from. So you can just imagine on the external part of the body, the belly button moving across to one hip, and then we can just sort of let the spine turn, and then the belly button moving across to the other hip, let the spine turn, and then so we can gently do that. You kind of imagine moving the belly button from side to side just to get the motion of the waist going. Keep the shoulders totally relaxed, the elbows totally relaxed, and the hands totally relaxed. So as we turn from side to side, we can just feel the hands, open palms, by the way, tapping onto the side of the body. You'll feel your wrist gently tapping onto the small of the back. So when done properly, this exercise just allows the whole body to turn gently from side to side. The spine moves, the shoulders move, the elbows move, the wrists move. But also as you move the upper body, you can feel your hips move a little bit, feel your hip joints, your knee joints, your ankle joints move just a little bit. Keeping the knees slightly soft just allows the chi to flow through the body, flowing through in a more even and open way. So the idea is that when we sleep, the chi in our body slows down, becomes a bit more sluggish, doesn't move so quickly. Sometimes the chi ends up sort of almost asleep in the big muscles of your body, into your thighs and buttocks, into your back of your arms, upper arms, where the bigger muscles are in your back. And so we need to get the chi moving around the body again. So the exercise helps the chi to move, gets the blood moving. So where the chi goes, the blood flows. Where the blood flows, the nutrients in your body move. So we get this kind of effect that by doing a bit of exercise, the body resupplies itself with all of its needs. So sometimes this exercise can make you feel a little bit dizzy. If that's the case, start pressing your toes against the floor. Feel how it feels when each of the toes contacts the floor. Quite literally, put your mind into the kind of pad of your big toe and feel how it presses against the ground. Feel the impact there, and then move on to the next toe and move all the way along till you get to the little toe. Feel each of the toes squeezing the ground. Feel the ball of the foot hat presses against the ground. So we put our mind deep inside our feet. And as we do so, the energy of the body starts to flow downwards, and we'll find ourselves feeling less dizzy. Just brings the body back into balance by thinking about the toes rather than thinking about the head. When we think about the head, all the energy goes up into the head. When we think about the toes, all the energy goes down into the toes. Another good effect of this exercise is that when you tap onto your belly button and you tap onto the small of your back, you're just opening up major acupuncture points around the body. You tap the palms of your hands onto your sides, you're opening up some more acupuncture points. When you bend your knees, the front of the foot presses directly against the ground, and that opens up some more major acupuncture points. And then you hold your head up high and stretch your neck long. And finally, we're connecting to the heavens too. So you have this flow of qi pouring down from the heavens, collected by this acupuncture point on top of our head called Ba Hui. We have this qi flowing up from the soles of the feet, moving up from the earth. This beautiful qi from all around us, gathering in nature qi into our bodies. So as you relax into this nice, soft, liminal state, where your body's just doing something very easy, your mind starts to relax too. You start to calm your mind. You start to become more centered in your belly. The pores of your skin gently open, your breathing relaxes, and qi starts to flow into your body from all around. Conversely, qi that you no longer need is released from your body. So this is a beautiful balancing exercise to bring us back to the qi state we need to be in. So we'll just finish this exercise off just by going a little bit further. Slow down, but maybe stretch a little bit longer. Try and look back over your shoulder. Use your neck in the exercise now. We'll just do a few like this. Letting the whole body open and relax. So we're going to do a seated meditation today, kind of no mind meditation. So the first thing when we look for meditation of this nature is to try and get the brain to stop. And I know most people find that quite a difficult thing to do initially, and it becomes easier with practice. What we're trying to do is just to step away from the stream of thoughts that come through. Just allow them to pass by without attaching to them. So what happens is that as you walk along a road, you see a blue car, and the blue car reminds you of an old girlfriend, and then suddenly the whole story about how bad she was, pours through your mind, and then you feel miserable, and then blah, blah, blah. And what has actually happened is that you just saw a blue car, and that a whole stream of thoughts has been triggered by that. Well, our brain is constantly associating and triggering things like that. And this is what we try and do in meditation, is to stay away from those thoughts. And so we notice our triggers. So the next time you see that same model of blue car, you think, oh, I'm not going to fall into that trap again. I've had enough of that. And already the healing begins. So let's just allow ourselves to heal quietly by sitting quietly. Okay, so let's slow this exercise down, perhaps a couple of long last turns, and then we could let the whole thing dissolve gently, slowly to a stop. Let's gather some chi. So put the hands in the earth and gently lift up. And then allow the chi to flow down through the body, moving the energy from the head, drawing the chi deep into the belly, allowing the chi to flow. Lift up and gather. Gently collect and pour the chi through your body. This healing chi goes deep inside. So this gathering process is just about settling and calming. So if we felt dizzy before, now we can just gently gather and pour chi through the body. Imagine this heavenly blue sky chi pouring down. As the chi moves through your head, it draws chi downwards through the chest, moves this chi deep into your belly, where the chi just collects. You can pause almost just for a moment and then relax and imagine the flood of chi flowing down your legs, heading back to connect you deep into the earth. So pull the heavens down as many times as you need to make yourself feel in balance. Generally speaking, 3 or 4 is probably just enough. But if you find you have to do 10 or 20 to bring yourself back into balance, please do so. If you find you need to sit down, please do so. If you need to lie down, no problem. Just make this meditation your own, make this class your own. But provided you feel basically in balance, we can do some simple back and forward bends. So we're just going to do something slightly different from the norm here. We're going to run through Ren Mai Du Mai, my Chinese teacher's favorites. And just bring the hands gently into the prayer position. Allow that to settle in front of the heart. And we can take the hands up and then slowly open the palms and just stretch up into the blue sky. So feel from your shoulders to your fingertips, nice straight fingers stretch up into the blue sky. Then just let your shoulders relax a little bit. Now with your hands, stretch up into the blue sky. And then let the shoulders relax down. Another time, just lengthen and open the body. And the shoulders relax. So from the breastbone, we're just going to gently lean backwards. So as you stretch your fingers up, just tip back, lifting the breastbone, allow the body to lean gently backwards. We're not completely opening the chin back, we're keeping the chin slightly held. And then come up to upright, relax the shoulders, standing straight. Again, stretch up, lift from the breastbone, opening up Ren Mai, and then stretch back to normal, or relax back to normal, should I say. Fingers up, lift from the breastbone to your fingertips, opening the whole chest channel. So the chest channel, Ren Mai. And then straighten once more. Last time, opening, stretching, lifting. And then relaxing forwards. Okay, so we bring our hands to ears, and then gently tip over the spine. Let the body softly roll down. Keep the knees soft this time, feet apart. Let the body just relax and hang down. Just go as far as you feel comfortable. There's no competition in this. Just take account of how your spine is today, where your body wants to go to. Tuck the tummy in slightly and let the body hang. So we're imagining the foot divided into 4 pieces. Gently stretch down towards your toes. And then release that stretch. Imagine a line between the roots of your toes. Just gently stretch down towards that line. And then release. A line that's drawn between your insteps. Stretch towards that line, as you can see, just gently getting deeper with each bend. And release. And eventually back toward the heels.
and release and let the body relax and hang. Lift the tailbone up behind, push the tailbone towards the front of the body, roll the spine up. Try and bring up the arms and the ears at the same time. They sort of coordinate. Let's stretch the hands up into the blue sky and then lean back from the breastbone to the fingertips and up. Gently back and up. Back and up. Back. Stretch up. Okay, so coordinating. The arms are not pressed to the ears, they're just coordinated beside the ears. So tipping over the arms and the ears together, we bend over the nape of the neck. And then when the arms are parallel to the floor, we start to bend into the upper back, into the middle back, into the lower back, and just allow the body to relax and hang down. Soften and relax your back. Soften and relax the back of your neck. Everything hangs down. Perhaps tuck the tummy in a tiny bit. Okay, so let's extend softly towards the toes. And then release. In line with the roots of your toes. And release. Stretching towards your insteps, gradually getting a little deeper with each stretch. And release. Stretching back towards your heels. And then let the body hang and relax. Lift the tailbone up behind, push the tailbone towards the front of the body, start to roll the spine up, gathering up the arms and the ears at the same pace. Gently draw them up and stretch up into the blue sky. So fingertips stretch up into the blue sky. From the breastbone to the fingertips and leaning back and opening Renmai and up, open and up, open and up. Last time. Hands up in the blue sky. Let's try and keep the legs straight when we do this next one. So tip over the arms and the ears, gently rolling down. Now we have straight legs, which are it's going to activate our hamstrings a little bit. Just roll gently down, let the body hang, back of the neck soft. So we just relax into this posture, nice and easy. Let the body hang and relax. Keep the legs nice and straight. We can softly drift the weight gently forwards to the toes, and you just feel an extra little stretch on your hamstrings. Extend softly down towards your toes. And release, in line with the roots of your toes. And release, working towards your insteps. And release, working back toward the heels. Just let the body relax, soften. Just let the body hang here. So now we move the tailbone to get us standing upright. Lift the tailbone up behind you so it points into the blue sky. Swing the tailbone towards the front of the body and start assembling the spine. Join together arms and ears and try and bring them up as one piece, just to get that extra stretch dynamic on the back of the neck. Hands up into the blue sky. Stretch to your fingertips, and then from the breastbone to the fingertips, lean back. As we come forward, that stretch can just relax a little bit. From the shoulders to the fingertips, we stretch. Lifting from the breastbone to the fingertips, we lean back. And then when we come forward, we can let everything relax. From the breastbone backwards and stretching, fingers stretching into the blue sky. And release. Once more. Okay, good. So we're just going to do the last series of this. Legs nice and straight. Tip over the arms and the ears. Gently rolling down the upper back, middle back, lower back. Allow the body just to hang and relax. Keep the legs as straight as you can. Body soft and relaxes, tummy tucked. Let's extend softly down towards our toes. Feel the little extra stretch there. And release. In line with the roots of our toes. And release. In line with our insteps. And release. Back towards the heels. Deep bend. Body relaxes and releases. Body hangs. Tailbone lifts up behind. Tailbone gently pushes to the front. Spine rolls up. Head, arms, and ears gently accompany. Stretching up into the blue sky. Lifting from the shoulders to the fingertips. Nice long stretch. Lifting from the breastbone. Lean back. And up. Stretching from the breastbone to the fingertips and back. And up. Stretch up and back. Up. Stretch up and back. And up. Just let the hands go down the sides of the body. Let's gather some chi. Plant the hands in the earth, lift chi up. Gently move this chi down through the body. Chi pouring down. Drawing chi down deep into the belly. Allow the chi to flow on down the legs, deep into the earth. Gather, lift chi up. Gently pour down. Draw down. Send the chi deep into the core of you. Connect down through your legs into the ground. Once again, gathering and lifting. Gently pouring. Draw chi, move chi. Sink the chi deep inside, gathering in your belly. Feel your connection. If you need to pull down more times, do so. But if you're feeling stable, just do our last exercise. Just some very simple side bends. Take a gentle breath and lift your hand, right hand, up into the air. When you breathe out, you can just relax. You breathe in, we're stretching from the shoulders, up into the fingertips, up into the blue sky. And as you breathe out, just incline your arm over to about 45 degrees. So in this posture, you can hold your hip if you wish. When you breathe in, stretch to your fingers. You breathe out, let the shoulder and arms soften. Breathe in, stretch. And relax. Breathe in to stretch. And relax. One more time. Breathe in to stretch. And relax. Breathe in, lift the arm up, stand up. Swap arms and breathe out. Okay, when you're ready to breathe in, stretch up your left hand. As we breathe out, we take the arm over. Breathe gently in. As we breathe out, we stretch to our fingertips. Breathe in. And stretch. Breathe in.
and straight. More. Breathe in and straight. Breathe in, we lift the arm up. Breathe out, we swap the arms over. Next breath in. Breathe in. Stretching up. Breathe out, leaning over. Gentle breath in. Breathe out and extend your fingertips. Breathe in. Extend. Breathe in. Extend. Breathe in. Extend. Breathe in, lift the hand up. As we breathe out, we change sides. Last time then. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, bend over. Breathe in and out. Stretching the fingers. Breathe in and out. In and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, lift the hand up. Lift the other hand up. And when you breathe out, let the hands down. Let's gather some chi to balance out. Pour the chi down through your body. Draw the chi deep into your belly. Feel the core of you abundant with chi. Relax the hands down, chi flows. Gather and lift. And gently pull. Draw chi deep inside. Gathering and lifting. Gently pouring. Draw chi deep into your body. Okay, next time let's just bring our hands to our belly. Pour chi down through the body. Move the chi onto lower dantian, onto the belly. Okay, so I suggest you take a seat, make yourself comfortable in a relaxed sitting posture. The hands on the belly. The focus is deep inside, lower dantian, deep in the belly. So before we start our meditation, if you're sitting on a cushion, it's always better just to have the small of your back slightly pushed forwards, nice straight back. If you can support yourself without leaning back against a chair, that's great. But if you need to lean back, do so. Feet flat on the floor connects you better. Body relaxed and centered, mind is calm. So when we have our feet relaxed flat on the floor, the chi can flow up from the earth. If you're sitting and cross-legged, then the chi moves up through Hoi Yin, between the legs. gather chi directly into the body that way. When we maintain this nice straight spine, then the chi from the heavens flows down as well. So we can connect ourselves perfectly using this sitting posture. Whole body relaxes, mind expands. We take up this humble posture. We clear our minds. There appears to be no difference between the outside world and the inside world. As we sit with our eyes gently closed, we feel the chi around us. In our human condition, it's terribly easy to believe that you're separate, that you're alone. This is a function of the left logical side of the brain. But when we meditate, that side of the brain, we try and take it offline. We try and let it relax, let it quieten. So there's two types of meditation. Do something meditation, which is where you keep a mantra going around in your head, or you stare fixedly at a candle or something. And that's one point of focus, just to keep your consciousness busy. And the idea is that you can quietly lull it into silence, and that it'll just kind of quietly nod off while you go deeper into your subconscious. And there's another type of meditation, which is a do-nothing meditation, which is what we're doing here. There are 4 stages of meditation. I think the first one is called chaos. The second one is called change, perhaps. And the third one, meditation. And the fourth one, reset. And so it's noted that when you first start in meditation, that everything's going to be chaos. The mind's going to be bouncing around like a crazy thing. That's no problem. Normally it can last, 15 or 20 minutes. That's what you have to be patient with. Most people get to that and just think, can't make this happen, and walk away. We just require a little bit of patience to sit through this first phase. Then there's a very short second interim phase where you can feel the meditation coming on. I once tried to describe my sensation of it like a sort of mist rolling in from the sea, calm and quiet. Sometimes it's like that and sometimes it's not. But you transition from chaos into meditation, where it's possible to hold your mind steady and be present. During this meditation, thoughts arrive. They try to attract your attention. If you ignore them, they can get more and more dramatic, like waking nightmares, trying to get you to stop meditating, stop doing this thing that stops the ego from thinking, from being in control. So in our no mind meditation state, I often liken it to a glass of champagne. You pour it in and all the bubbles furiously bounce into the top. And slowly by slowly, the bubbles slow down. And eventually, the bubbles stop. From time to time, one bubble will appear and disappear. But it is just that, a bubble. Deep inside your glass, there's some small impurity that's created this bubble. Some chemical reaction in your body. And this thought has popped up and flowed by. And you have a choice. Grab it, look at it, talk about it in your head, or just let it go gently by, notice it, and release it. So from time to time in your meditation, you'll get caught. A little bubble will come past, and it'll be too fascinating not to grab onto, too dramatic not to inquire about. Your meditation will spin off into some crazy story. Don't worry, nobody's 100% perfect. Everybody gets tripped up. First time you meditate, you might get tripped up 100 times. The next time, 50. The next time, 20. Very soon, your meditation becomes peaceful and still. And when the thoughts arrive, you just notice them and let them go. Nothing more complex than that. The truth is, the more you let those thoughts go, the less power they have to affect you. The more your body changes, the quicker you heal. When thoughts can no longer take a grip on your life, then you start to get better. Everything starts to heal. So here we are in this relaxed state. Mind quiet. Perhaps we can just gently scan through the body. Imagine using your mind like a lighthouse, like a searchlight. Shine the searchlight into your hands and your arms. Shine the searchlight into your hips, your legs, down to your toes. Shine the searchlight into your head, your neck, down your spine, through your torso. In your mind's eye, do you see anything that doesn't look right? Perhaps a shadow somewhere. Something that looks blocked. So what is this seeing even like? For me, it's more of an impression. I just suddenly think to myself, that doesn't look right. My knee, why is there a sort of cloud, a gray area? You can't be too literal with these things. For instance, with the knee, you have liver channel, kidney channel, small intestine, large intestine, all sorts of channels running through your legs. It could be connected to why there's a strange feeling, why you're drawn to thinking about your knee. So it might just be that. You might have hurt your knee while you're out running. You might have banged your knee against something. But also there's deeper significance in Chinese medicine. Perhaps you just think to yourself, I don't really know what that is, but I'm going to heal it anyway. So you can imagine shedding light into that area of the body, filling that body with golden light. And that's all your body really needs to know. That's enough information for the healing process to start. So we can gently scan our bodies, see what seems that it might need your attention. And so we then move on to the idea of expanding out of the body. In order to relax, it's useful for us to feel our connection to all there is. In the earlier exercises, we had this idea of connecting through the feet into the earth chi flowing into the body. Anything that's not required can go down the legs back into the earth as well, a sort of beautiful exchange of energy. Same with the head, Bai Hui, up into the blue sky chi pouring down. This beautiful exchange of chi, this balancing. I mentioned the chi of nature around you. And so allowing chi from your skin to be absorbed out into the blue sky, out into the nature chi, gathering in energy from nature deep inside. So this beautiful process of healing is already starting. As we relax, everything starts to change. Very difficult to heal yourself when you're feeling tense and upset about things. So we have to just gently take the pressure off. Let everything relax. So in the old-fashioned Chinese models of yin and yang, we had nature and heaven and earth and all this sort of stuff. But for Dr. Pang, he sees the entire universe as being this wonderful field of qi, just a vast area of undifferentiated energy. So I think we find this in quantum science as well. Dark matter, all the different strong and weak forces, they're all part of qi. And so if we feel that we are made of the universe, you are made of stardust, that everything comes from this original source of qi, then we can use this original source of qi to fill ourselves with fresh energy. So we no longer have to be limited by nature, the heavens, and the earth. What about the entire universe feeding you? It's difficult to imagine any scarcity if the entire universe is your resupply network, your store cupboard, whatever. Can't think of an image. Just allow yourself to relax now and imagine dissolving from just out of your body into the chi field around you. What about going further? What imagine about expanding out into the blue sky? You know, when you've been on an airplane, there's always blue sky above the clouds. Blue sky everywhere. If you go down through the earth and out the other side, clouds and blue sky on the other side. There's blue sky all around us. Dr. Pang uses the idea of blue sky qi because everybody can think of a blue sky day. How pure and perfect that is. Allow the blue sky qi to pour through you, to penetrate from the front, but also from the back, to penetrate from the left and the right, but also from up and down. What the Chinese call the 6 cardinal directions, gathering qi into your body from all directions. Feel this qi going deep inside, penetrating, filling the body. It's true also that we should let go, make space. So when you think about your body, what needs to be let go of? On a physical level, it might be some lumps or bumps or problems that need to go. On the emotional level, it might be an entire story about your childhood, about school, about work, about teachers, about parents, about grandparents, about religion, about history. What would it be like if you just gently let go? What would it be like if you just softly let go of all the stories around relationship with family, relationship with children, relationship with lovers, relationship with workers? What would it be like if you just let go of all of those stories for a little while? What would it be like if you let go of your relationship with your illness? Let that go. What would it be like if you let go of your fear just for a few minutes? If you let go of your sadness, sorrow, guilt, grief, shame? What would it be like if you let go of your anger, your worry, your anxiety, even hatred. What would it be like if you just let those go for a couple of minutes? Let them dissolve out into the blue sky, making space for fresh new chi to enter your life. How about letting go of your story? Let yourself dissolve into the blue sky. Let yourself dissolve into nature. We allow our minds just to come to a gentle halt. Almost as if you could take a step back from your body and just see your body in this life, with all its worries, with all its travails, with all of its problems. And just see it in front of you. As you step back, your true self views the scene. From this perspective, you can see your relations to each other, to everything in the world. You can see how connected you are with children, with pets, with parents. From this perspective, you can see how connected you are to money, to your health, perhaps religion. So we take a gentle step back from all of this and we view ourselves from a distance. Gently send chi deep inside this body, deep inside this life, as if you could heal everything. So you have this idea, this symbol of you standing behind you. Perhaps the body is sitting or lying down in a relaxed way. Perhaps you're standing behind it like a healer. Send a wave of chi deep inside that body. See that as you send your energy deep inside, old patterns start to untwine. As you send your chi to that body, parts of it can heal. As you send your chi to that body, just see the change you can bring about. From this new world perspective, from your true self perspective, all you want for this body is love, happiness, health. And so stream those ideals deep inside. Send your healing chi deep inside. Allow this body to relax and open and start to heal. So from this new perspective, we're able to see this life, this body leads. We're able to see the connections that don't feel healthy. So this is an idea that we can cut connections with parts of our lives that don't feel healthy. And that is quite a terrifying idea. But you're not cutting connections and losing people and losing things from your life. What you're doing is severing the negative part of that connection. So if you feel that you have an unhealthy relationship with your mother or your father, or a unhealthy relationship with your partner, whatever it might be, when you feel that you can cut through the unhealthy ties, what's going to happen is it's going to change the relationship. It's going to make it better. So you don't always have to cut ties and lose people. Hey, it might happen. You might be ready to do that. That's your choice. But often what it does is just transform the relationship. So we just might bring to mind someone who we're struggling with at the moment. You can see the other person that we're struggling with, perhaps standing in front of your body, and your body's sitting there watching this other person. So now we're manufacturing this whole scene where we see our body sitting in front of us, and then perhaps sitting in front of that, staring back, is the person you have these problems with. Imagine between your body and this other person, you can see connections. What do they look like? Small hose pipes, electrical cables, a fire hose connected to your belly and connected to their belly, a chain. Be creative. See what you think. Imagine how you're connected to this person. Imagine that what you're going to do is cut the negative connections between you and them. And when the negative connections are cut, your relationship will heal itself. So now we can see these two characters in this game. The character of you and the character of the person you wish to work with. Sitting opposite each other, waiting for your true self to mediate between the two of them. So let's think about severing the negative ties. Imagine your true self standing between the two parties. What are you going to give your true self to do this work? Perhaps it's a mighty sword. Perhaps it's a chainsaw. Whatever your imagination comes up with. But just imagine I'm going to use a sword, a glittering, powerful sword. What's going to happen is I'm going to raise it up, and when I drop it down, it's going to slice the connections between me and this person. Just remembering that what breaks is the negative connectivity. You don't ever have to lose this person from your life. You just change the dynamic. If that person is meant to go, then they'll go. If they're meant to stay, they'll stay, but things will change. So just imagine your true self lifts this cutting device up above its head. When you're ready, you swing the sword down, cutting through, slicing through, severing all the negative connection. The other person gently starts to drift away. We're going to allow them to go back to their life, go them back to normal, happy. But of course, it heals them too. All of the negativity between the two of you changes. Just allow that person to drift back. Smile, wave, let them know it's all right. And then we're just left with you, your true self, your body. Perhaps just allow your true self to heal the cuts, the connections. Perhaps you want to physically ask the true self to pull out the roots of those connections, remove them from your body, pulling out these connections wherever they might be, letting them fall to the ground. As you sit there, perhaps you can see energetic holes in your aura. Allow your true self to gently heal those, to gently plug the gaps where those negative connections have been pulled out. Allow your whole body to start to heal. Now, you can continue through your life without being drawn down by all these negative connections. By severing these and healing yourself, it's going to lift your energy. So let's just sit for a few moments and imagine how we look, perfect and healed. Quiet and still. Whole body in this relaxed and natural state. Hold the mind steady. Whole body relaxed. Mind gently open. Feeling the power of the universe pouring down upon you. Ours is an infinite universe with infinite resources. Open your heart and let them flow. Okay. Slowly drawing ourselves back. It's about time for our true self to move back into our body, for us to reunite. And see your body in perfect working order. Imagine this emotional healing that you have done, this disconnection from someone who creates problems. That's going to leave your body with much more space, Imagine bathing your body in chi. Imagine filling every cell of your body. Every cell of your body abundant in chi. Blood and chi flowing well through your body. All functions of your body returning to perfect working order. So we now start to feel our physicality once more. Perhaps you can just gently move your shoulders. Perhaps you can just gently move your legs. Some simple movements just bring us back more into the physicality of our body. Keep the mind inside, just quiet and gentle for a few moments as you gently move. We could just lift chi up and pour chi down from our seated posture, just gathering some energy up, above, and then letting that energy pour down through, filling the whole body with chi. Gather some more. Let it pour. Gathering the chi deep into the belly. One last time, we can gather chi and we can draw the hands back to the belly. And hold the hands on lower dantian when you're ready. So you've had this kind of spacey out-of-body experience. But now we're going to just circle round the belly button. And you do 3 circles anti-clockwise around the belly button. And that really starts to draw all of your chi back into the core of your body. Really begins to center you. And then when we turn 3 circles in the opposite direction, that really brings you back into the physicality. And then you can pause and leave your hands on the belly and just know that deep inside lower dantian, there's an abundance of chi to support you. Lower dantian chi is abundant. Blood and chi flow well through your body. All functions of your body, perfect working order. All functions of your body returning to normal. So we've created this fundamental healing for our lives. And in so doing, we change everything in our bodies. Blood and chi flowing well, blockages open. All of the body, perfect working order. Mind and balance. All functions normal. All functions of your body normal. Just feel that idea, normality, back to normal, back to the way it should be. Back to its original blueprint of an idea. Your body functioning normally. So you can put a big smile on your face and then slowly open your eyes. You don't have to stand up. You don't have to switch your microphone on. Don't worry. We're going to say how la. So how la means good already. So all of this work that we've done, it's a reaffirmation that everything is good already. Everything is sorted. So we can say how la for ourselves. Hands up in the air. 1, 2. How la. Deep inside your body. 1, 2. Hola. For your life, for your family, for your happiness. One more time. 1, 2. Oh. So if you wish to continue meditating, you could always just sit on for a little while longer. Otherwise, I bid you farewell. I'm going to put this up online. You could share it with your friends and family. And yeah, have a happy day.